Britain in the 1970s felt very different from today. The roads looked different, the cities sounded different, and perhaps most importantly, the cars were different too. This was a time when British luxury cars still carried a special kind of charm that the world admired. They were elegant, without trying too hard, smooth and quiet, yet filled with character. Back then, owning a luxury British car meant something special. It was not just about speed or technology. It was about style, comfort, and arriving somewhere with class. The 1970s became a fascinating decade for British luxury motoring. Some companies were struggling to survive, while others were creating some of the finest cars Britain had ever produced. Tonight, we are taking a slow journey back through that era. This is a countdown of some of the most memorable British luxury cars of the 1970s. So sit back, relax, and let us return to a quiet.
At number 10 was the Rover P6. Produced by Rover, the P6 became one of the most respected British luxury cars of its era. It featured a classy design with smooth body lines, elegant chrome details, and a comfortable interior filled with wood trim and soft seating. Some versions came with a powerful V8 engine that gave the car impressive speed for a luxury saloon. People loved the Rover P6 because it felt modern, refined, and reliable. It was not flashy, but it carried a quiet confidence that perfectly matched British style during the 1970s. At number 9 was the Triumph 2000. Built by Triumph, this stylish executive car became extremely popular among families and professionals across Britain. The car featured a long body shape, twin headlights, and a polished wooden dashboard that made the interior feel luxurious. Under the bonnet was a smooth, straight-six engine that delivered quiet and comfortable performance. Drivers loved the Triumph 2000 because it offered elegance without looking overly expensive. For many people, it was the perfect balance between luxury and practicality. At number 8 was the Jaguar XJ6. Few British luxury cars captured attention quite like the XJ6 during the 1970s. Produced by Jaguar, the car featured sleek lines, graceful styling, and one of the most luxurious interiors of the decade. Leather seats, walnut dashboards, and smooth suspension made every journey feel special. The powerful six-cylinder engine gave the XJ6 excellent performance, while still remaining calm and refined on the road. Many people believed it was one of the finest luxury saloons in the world, and even today, the old XJ6 still looks elegant and timely. At number 7 was the Wolseley 6. Although many younger people may not recognize the name today, the Wolseley 6 was once seen as a respected symbol of class and comfort. Built by Wolseley, the car featured a large chrome grille, soft suspension, and a peaceful interior designed for long journeys. Its smooth six-cylinder engine delivered steady performance, but the real attraction was comfort. The seats were soft, the ride felt gentle, and the cabin remained quiet, even on rough roads. At number 6 was the Daimler Sovereign. Closely related to Jaguar, the Daimler Sovereign became known as an even more refined version of the famous Jaguar saloons. The car featured elegant chrome details, luxurious leather seating, thick carpets, and beautifully polished wood trim throughout the cabin. It offered a smooth and relaxing driving experience that many wealthy buyers appreciated. Driving a Daimler Sovereign during the 1970s was seen as a sign of sophistication and success. Today, these cars are mostly found at classic car events and collections. At number 5 was the Austin Princess. The Austin Princess stood out because of its unusual, futuristic design. Produced by Austin, the car featured a sharp body shape, wide windows, and a spacious interior that looked very different from traditional British saloons. Some people loved its bold appearance, while others found it strange. However, almost everyone agreed on one thing: it was incredibly comfortable. The soft suspension made rough British roads feel smooth, and the spacious cabin gave passengers plenty of room to relax. For many drivers, the Austin Princess felt like a glimpse into the future.
At number 4 was the Daimler Sovereign. Launched in 1969 by Daimler Company Limited. Sharing much with Jaguar models, the Daimler Sovereign carried its own unique identity and sense of traditional British elegance. Built during the 1970s, it offered quiet luxury and refined comfort. The exterior looked graceful and dignified, with chrome trim and classic styling, giving it a formal appearance. Inside, passengers enjoyed soft leather seats, polished wood finishes, and a smooth, relaxed ride. Under the bonnet sat smooth six-cylinder engines that delivered refined performance. People liked the Daimler because it felt refined without being overly flashy. It became especially popular among business leaders and older drivers who appreciated comfort and tradition.
At number 3 came the Jensen Interceptor. Launched in 1966 by Jensen Motors, the Jensen Interceptor was one of the most unusual luxury cars Britain produced during the 1970s. It blended British craftsmanship with powerful American engineering. The design looked bold and dramatic, unlike almost anything else on British roads at the time. One of its most memorable features was the huge curved rear window, giving the car a futuristic appearance. Under the hood sat a massive 7.2-liter Chrysler V8 engine, delivering strong performance and effortless speed. Inside, the cabin felt luxurious and stylish. People admired the Interceptor because it felt different. It had a bold personality that stood apart from traditional British luxury cars. It was fast, comfortable, and unforgettable.
At number 2 was the Jaguar XJ12, launched in 1972 by Jaguar Cars. The Jaguar XJ12 took everything people loved about the standard XJ and added even more power and refinement. During the 1970s, it became one of the fastest luxury saloons in the world. The 5.3-liter V12 engine delivered smooth acceleration and quiet performance, making the car feel incredibly effortless to drive. From the outside, the XJ12 looked elegant rather than aggressive.
And finally, at number 1 was the Rolls-Royce Corniche, launched in 1971 by Rolls-Royce Motors. For many people, the Corniche represented the very peak of British luxury during the 1970s. Built as a luxurious coupe and convertible, it combined elegance with exclusivity in a way very few cars ever have. The design looked beautiful from every angle, with flowing lines, large chrome details, and graceful proportions that made it feel timeless. Inside, everything was handcrafted with extraordinary care. The leather felt soft, the wood gleamed under the light, and every detail was designed for comfort. Under the bonnet sat a smooth 6.75-liter V8 engine, delivering effortless performance. People admired the Corniche because it represented a certain lifestyle: calm, elegant, and quietly confident. It became associated with celebrities, aristocrats, and successful businessmen. Even today, the Corniche remains one of the most admired British luxury cars ever built. Looking back now, these cars tell us something important about Britain in the 1970s. They came from a different world, a slower world, where luxury meant craftsmanship rather than screens and computers. These cars were not perfect. Some were unreliable and some were expensive to maintain, but they all had character. Every engine note, every chrome detail, and every wooden dashboard carried a